Hey Billion Babes, so we're back with another video slash tutorial. So I just figured this was a really good model for a silk press. This is my good friend that I've known for almost 10 years now. I actually did this silk press back in December in New York. And yeah, it's been a while. I know I've been rotating between two different salons and I've just been super busy. So as you can see, he has a lion's mane worth of hair. It's kind of crazy because that's his nickname. Yeah, so right now I just washed his hair. So ideally with silk presses, you kind of want to wash everything out of the hair. You want it to be as clean as possible. He does have scalp conditions, which I was not able to address in the moment because this was a model that I've done in New York and I didn't have all my supplies because I am based in Houston. So as you can see, he has like a nice pretty 3C, 3B texture. His hair is extremely coarse, like the width and diameter of his actual hair strands are super coarse. I know y'all see me smell his hair because I could not remember if I sprayed that section with product. This is my friend, y'all, so we good. But anyway, his texture is extremely coarse, and he has a nice loose curl texture, and it's actually perfect for heat styling. So to prep my silk presses, I normally use Chi heat protectant. I spray that on the hair first just so it can hit the cuticle area first, right after the shampoo, and then I go in with my Kenra blow dry spray. I like the Kenra blow dry spray because it is an oil-based product, so it kind of makes the hair a little bit more shinier. It gets the hair a little bit straighter when you blow dry it, which you definitely need for a silk press, and it also helps the hair dry way faster than average. And I also love Chi's products because Chi's heat protectant went through many experiments and has actually shown and proven to really protect your hair against heat. So highly recommend, 10 out of 10.
I was wondering if they be listening to, I know they listen to different music.
I know they get ghetto out there. Anyways, y'all, I was just giving him a little taste of Texas with one of the songs on my playlist. Cause yeah, you know Houston get ghetto. But anyway, here I am stretching his hair. Now with silk presses, you kind of want to get most of the straightness out of your blow dry. So I am using my ceramic plated brush by From. That's the actual name of the brand. Is called From with 2 M's. So it has ceramic plates built inside of it so it could get really hot on both sides. And my blow dryer is from Babyliss. This is their $100 blow dryer. I can't remember what kind it was, but this blow dryer gets super hot. This is what I like to call your Dominican blowout blow dryer, because a lot of those Dominican salons, if you from New York and you know what I'm talking about, they use this specific blow dryer, and it's my favorite blow dryer to use, especially for silk presses or if I need to get the hair straight for any type of particular reason. So if you don't have a good blow dryer and a good tool to use with it, I would say next best to this brush would be a round brush, because round brushes can grab every single hair and stretch every single hair. Versus a paddle brush, even though this is a paddle brush, it does have the ceramic plates attached to it, so it gets all the hairs that it grabs very hot. So here, right before the flat iron, I do apply a quarter size amount of BioSilk to the entire head. Now he has a lot of hair, so I used a little bit more BioSilk. On a regular person, I would say you're good with a dime size, but for him, it was probably like 2/4. It's a little 50 cent because he got a whole lot of hair to work with, okay? And because his texture is very coarse, a lot of people don't know this actually about texture and silk presses. So if your client has a fine texture, you definitely do not want to be using a high heat. Why? Because you are closer to their cortex, because they have a fine texture, so their actual diameter of their hair strand is super tiny. So you're closer to the cortex, and that's a higher chance of getting heat damage. Now, if they have a coarser texture, you're farther away from the cortex, so they have more layers of cuticle. So they have more protection on their hair. The coarser the hair, the more protection. Some of the people who have the coarsest hair in the world are actually Asians. And I always tell my clients this, and they're like, wow, yeah, because you thought it was black people. No. No, baby, let's get out of this ignorant mindset. It's not black people. It's Asians. They have the coarsest hair on this planet. And that just means that you have a very thick hair strand. That's all it is. Like your actual hair strand. I always tell my clients, just think about a snake. Think about each of your hair strands being like a mini snake. So when you do have a fine texture, it's a skinny snake. And if you have a very coarse texture, it's a thick snake. Your formation can be straight, wavy, curly, or coily. Does not matter. If your actual strand is a fat snake, you can take a lot of heat. Whereas if it's a fine snake or a skinny snake, you don't really want to pass, like, I would say 380 is pushing it, but you really don't want to pass. I would flat iron fine hair on 350 and below. Now, coarse hair can go up to like 420. So I believe I was about on 420 over here. I was going in on his roots first. I always do this method on every silk press that I do. I flat iron the root first with my very tiny, tiny flat iron. The tiny flat iron is always usually hotter than the big flat iron because the roots are newer hairs and they could tolerate more. So I always, they could be a bit more resistant as well because they are the youngest hairs on your head and they're the healthiest. So they could be a bit more resistant. So I usually have my mini flat iron maybe 20 to 30 degrees hotter. So the mini flat iron is on 450 degrees and the big flat iron is about, I would say 420. I think I was around 420 for that one. And my big flat iron is keratin coated. So it gives this really nice shine along with the products that we used. Doesn't it look like he has a wig on? Like, this is giving bundles. Like, where did this man get all this hair from? I love me a good silk press. I have a better video to show you guys how everything came out, but he definitely needed a good trim. And that's something that we ended up getting to do as well. I know y'all see the shine on this silk press. Oh my gosh. It's really the shine, the bounce, the body, everything for me. Like, and it's always men with the most hair. Like, where are you going with all this hair, my guy? You can literally cut this off and make a bunch of money and have people make wigs for people who need it. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah. So as you can see, his ends are not terrible, but also not the best. So I did do like a light trim on his ends. I made sure I took a picture, showed him what he was working with versus what I'm going to take off. And I showed him a photo of how it looked after I was done taking everything off. Just so, you know, this is just a client's perspective. Even though the service was free, I definitely still want to show people where I'm putting those scissors because this is your hair at the end of the day. And it has to be what you're comfortable with. Although as a professional stylist, you definitely want to educate your client on split ends and how it could potentially get worse if you do not trim off everything that has to come off in that moment. So I definitely educated him and he didn't give a fuck. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. He cared. He definitely did. He definitely is very, very careful when it comes to his hair and very, very mindful when it comes to the health of his hair. So we got him at not the optimum, not at his prime. We didn't get him at his prime, but we definitely got off a good amount of dead ends. He definitely needs another trim in the near future because there's certain parts of his hair that do have the see-through ends, and there were still a few splits there, but he was just not comfortable with trimming it, which is okay. But that's basically the entire silk press, y'all. He didn't want the curls or anything, so I'm sad. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in the very next video. Thank you. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Don't forget. Bye.